prepared?
Yeah, man, and I get emotional about that because I feel like I make those mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
I've been at 15 years. I don't call Geechee be on the cat prince. Call me one more time, the might not have got his back.
I think this got worse for me at that time. Like, my whole world came crashing.
We all know that the relationship between Remy Ma and Papoose faced a dramatic turn when Remy's affair with a close friend came to light, shaking their marriage to its core. But just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, things spiraled into chaos. The story took another jaw-dropping twist when the notorious block, Captain EAS, was exposed in a live webcast posted by Tasha K. This broadcast didn't just fuel the fire, it seemed to seal the deal on the cheating allegations, confirming what many had suspected all along. But why is this entire saga turning into such a wild roller coaster ride? As the truth unfolded, the public was left in shock. Papoose, heartbroken and devastated, filed for divorce, leaving fans in disbelief. Remy appeared deeply affected by the whole situation, her demeanor in a recent interview revealing just how heavy this scandal had weighed on her. But beyond the headlines and drama, it's crucial to recognize the complexity of the entire affair. For years, fans admired the seemingly unbreakable bond between Papoose and Remy, believing they had one of the most solid relationships in the industry. After all, they had been together for over 15 years, through thick and thin. Papoose stood by Remy, even when she faced the harshest of challenges, including a 6-year prison sentence she was handed in 2007. It all started with a nightclub altercation involving Makita Barnes-Joseph, which ended with a shooting in Manhattan. Through all of this, Papoose remained loyal, embodying the true definition of ride or die. While Remy served time, Papoose never strayed. No infidelity, no public flirtations. He remained steadfast in his commitment, even proposing marriage while she was still behind bars. His unwavering support was a testament to their bond, but now this very loyalty is being tested by the storm of betrayal. As we dig deeper into this complicated tale of love, loyalty, and heartbreak, the question remains, how did we go from ride or die to this heartbreaking unraveling of a once solid union? This messy, emotional journey is far from over, and we're left wondering what comes next. The drama surrounding Papoose and Remy Ma's relationship is like a plot straight out of a soap opera, with twists that no one saw coming. Papoose's devotion to Remy was unquestionable, even when he risked everything to sneak her out of prison. Yes, you heard that right. He tried to break her free, knowing full well the consequences, including the possibility of being sued for it. If that isn't love, then what is? He faced unimaginable hurdles, but for him, being with Remy was worth it all. After 6 long months apart, they agreed to delay their wedding, but their bond remained unshaken. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment to exchange vows, they did it over the phone. It was unconventional, sure, but it worked. And for years, they became the ideal couple that everyone looked up to. A true example of loyalty and love in the industry. But as with many love stories, things started to unravel. It all came to a head during a Chrome 23 battle rap event called The Grudge Card, where Papoose lost his composure and was knocked out by EAS. Why? Because Papoose had noticed something that didn't sit right with him. Remy and EAS were growing closer, and not just in person, but on Twitter too. Fans were starting to question whether there was more to the story, and that suspicion spiraled into full-blown rumors. EAS, however, quickly denied the accusations. In a tweet, he said, "Y'all want something bad to happen to me, but make sure you know the facts before you speak." He wasn't angry about the rumors, he claimed to be used to them. But the way he dismissed the accusations didn't sit well with Papoose, especially after seeing how close Remy and EAS had become. Papoose, understandably upset by the rumors, was urged to publicly clear the air. After all, he was being dragged through the mud in front of everyone. But instead of responding with anger or accusations, he chose to stay silent. He only shared a cryptic message saying, "Real men do real things." His silence, however, spoke volumes. Meanwhile, Remy, ever the fighter, addressed the situation head-on. She tweeted about the entire ordeal, but Papoose didn't respond. He wasn't about to engage in this public spectacle. Despite all the drama, the truth behind the allegations remained unclear, and the accusations seemed to hang over them like a dark cloud. the tension didn't end there. Remy, in a surprising turn, found herself involved in another altercation during a rap battle with Gotti, who didn't hold back. What's most intriguing, though, is how EAS handled the situation. Instead of flat-out denying the affair, he seemed to almost accept it, suggesting that perhaps the rumors weren't so far from the truth. His response? A chillingly nonchalant statement following Gotti's bombshell revelation. Could it be that the truth was much messier than anyone imagined? Only time will tell. Things quickly became incredibly awkward when it was revealed that EAS, also known as The Block, had admitted to having an affair with his close friend's wife. To make matters worse, his nonchalant approach to this scandal left many shaking their heads. The situation was so out of line that it left fans calling for a return of some sort of accountability, because frankly, this behavior wasn't acceptable. But what made it even more uncomfortable was the fact that EAS seemed eager to make this affair public for a while now, fueling suspicions that the whole thing might be more of a publicity stunt than a moment of genuine remorse. In a shocking YouTube video, Tasha K revealed that EAS had actually wanted to sit down and air everything out, in what seemed like an attempt to turn his infidelity into some kind of media spectacle. Tasha was invited to interview him, but the oddities didn't stop there. The situation took a bizarre turn when she was asked how much she would pay to have a conversation with EAS. It turns out the Block captain had already pocketed $10K from another outlet, VAD TV, for the rights to tell his side of the story. So, now it was about turning the affair into a profit, with the interview being planned to air on 2 of ES's channels. This whole arrangement seemed strange. After all, paying for an interview undermines its integrity and turns the situation into something far more transactional than it should have been. Tasha, sensing something was off, decided to confront ES directly. When she did, his response was nothing short of bizarre. He became visibly upset, claiming the person who had called her wasn't actually from his PR team. But Tasha, ever the skeptic, dug deeper. Why? She asked. Would EAS and this unknown person be following each other across all social media platforms? The entire conversation had a strange undertone, and it left everyone wondering, was this all just an elaborate marketing scheme? Was any of it real? The cracks in the relationship between Remy Ma and Papoose had been visible for months, but things took a sharp turn when Remy stopped posting about Papoose on social media. Fans were quick to notice the absence of his face in her posts, especially on Father's Day. Remy, who had always been vocal about celebrating her husband, didn't post a single image of Papoose on that special day. It wasn't just the silence, it was the clue hidden in the pictures. Papoose shared a photo of himself with his children, including his 3 kids from previous relationships, with a simple caption, "Happy Father's Day. The most essential thing is family." But here's the kicker. Remy was nowhere to be seen in that photo. For those following the couple closely, it was a glaring sign that something wasn't right. The rumors spread like wildfire, with whispers that Remy had cheated on Papoose with none other than EAS, the very same man who had worked closely with them in business for years. The betrayal stung even more because beyond being a business associate, EAS had been integrated into their inner circle. Insiders revealed a growing tension between the 3, despite none of them publicly admitting or denying the affair. But things hit a boiling point when word spread that EAS and Papoose had gotten into a physical altercation over Remy. It was reported that Papoose knocked EAS unconscious during the confrontation, a shocking escalation that added even more fuel to the fire. Papoose's reaction to Remy Ma's alleged betrayal has been nothing short of explosive. His comments about her actions, particularly the idea that Remy derailed everything, have sparked a firestorm of debate. The accusations suggest that Remy chose to go back home, only to betray Papoose with someone who, according to him, was nowhere near as attractive as he is. It's a painful blow, one that goes beyond the affair itself. When you cheat on someone, with someone who's deemed less attractive than the one you're with, it's as if the very foundation of the relationship has been undermined, making it feel like the year of cheaters. It's easy to understand why Papoose feels this way, though. Many have observed that Remy's decision seems baffling. Why would she leave a man who stood by her unconditionally, even during her incarceration, for someone else? When someone betrays your trust, especially in such a personal and public way, It's more than just the affair that stings. It's the humiliation, the sense of rejection, and the questions that follow. Papoose's loyalty during Remy's time behind bars is a key part of the story. While she served her sentence, he stood by her, offering unwavering support when it would have been easier to walk away. This only makes the accusations of cheating all the more difficult for him to process. He helped her through one of the darkest periods of her life, yet now he finds himself facing the harsh reality of her alleged infidelity. At the end of the day, how we perceive this drama depends on our own beliefs and values. Some might sympathize with Papoose, seeing his loyalty as something that deserves respect, while others might argue that forgiveness is possible with the right kind of healing. The key for any couple is communication, but the path to resolving this drama isn't an easy one. How do you feel about all of this? Do you think Papoose has the right to feel as hurt and angry as he does? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going.